Hello and welcome to Heavy Metal Rex. My name is Awais, and today I wanted to take some time to talk about the different trims that are available for the 2022 and 2023 WRX. Now, we have a lot of people coming into the community, which is super great. You know, we're expanding, and new people are picking up WRXs. New people are picking up sports cars in general for the first time. So I wanted to take this time to kind of detail what the different trims that are available to you guys, because I remember when I was looking at my 21, this was something that I actually had no idea. I didn't know there was so many trims available, and now there's one extra trim that I wanted to talk about. Now, before I get into that, I do want to let you guys know that I do have a website, heavymetalrex.com, and I do sell a lot of merch, including my shirt like this, which does have that really cool logo on the back, which I'll show you guys, and a couple of other things, you know, like I've got hoodies, I've got, you know, tank tops, stuff like that. I'm actually going to be making a beanie real soon because I myself wear a beanie all winter long. And also, I recently started the memberships on my YouTube page, so if you want to find a way to support the channel monetarily, this is the way to do it. Also, if you haven't entered the giveaway yet, it is still going on for the, I'm giving away a Perrin Intake and a tune. So this is not going to end until November 1st. So you guys have plenty of time to get into that. I'll put all those links in the description down below. Anyway, all the housekeeping done. Let's get started with this. Now, this is something I wanted to talk about for some time because I've been seeing it over the last few months. And I didn't really want to make any commentary on it because I didn't want to make a whole video on just this because I felt like it wasn't interesting enough or worth it to talk about, even though I can't talk 20 minutes about anything. But it's the sales figures. I have actually seen other people make videos on it and these articles posted all over the place. And it was interesting to see how when the 22 first came out, somewhere around March 2022, they weren't selling a whole lot. Now, COVID was still kind of happening. I feel like it was kind of winding down at that point, but it probably didn't help that a lot of people just were not super impressed with the car just by the looks and on paper, and the reviewers didn't really do a very good job. But I'm glad to say that the car is selling. You know, as the year went on, the car sold more and more, and this year it's currently set to sell, I think it's like 2,000 or 3,000 more units than it did last year, which is great, you know, and I'm happy that the community is growing. I'm happy that people are starting to come around on that, which is really great because the more people we have in the community, the better the community is. So that stuff aside, what are some of the trims that you can get? We've got 4 trims compared to the 2021, which we only had 3 minus the STI. You have base, premium, limited, and now the new GT. And each one, it has a few more features than the first. Now, one thing to remember, all of them come with that same engine. 3 of them come in manual or automatic, with the GT being automatic only. And it kind of depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to modify this car, you know, I would suggest you just don't even look at the trims and just get a base. Just get a base car, and it'll save you the most amount of money and it'll save you the most amount of weight. That's something to think about. But each trim does offer something that is a little bit unique to the WRX, and it kind of dictates like what your lifestyle is like. Because like I picked a premium for specific reasons, which I'll share with you guys. So now the base, of course, you know, the things that you're getting with the base is you're not getting any fog lights. You're going to get like the dual 7-inch infotainment system, which I'll admit looks a little on the cheap side. The base does come with a 6-speed manual. You don't get fog lights. You have 17-inch wheels. Now, the tires that this comes with is the same Dunlop Sport Max GTs that the 21 WRX came with, which they were okay tires. A little expensive OEM, but they're decent. You do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but you do have to plug it in via USB. So pretty, I would say, basic car, but probably the most you can get performance-wise for $30,000, which is coming up at $30,605. It used to be like $29,500 last year, but they did raise the prices for who knows what reason. So now you're moving up to premium. This is the one that I got, and I'll tell you why. This comes with the 18-inch alloy wheels. It does have the Sport Max GT 600A tires, which were originally from the STI S209. So considerably better tires here, and I have used them on the track, and they were quite good. You do get to upgrade to the 11.6-inch multimedia infotainment system, which is the whole touchscreen thing. Hate it or love it, that's the future. You have the all-weather package with the heated front seats. They are cloth seats, but they're heated, which I gotta say, it's very nice, especially here in Missouri when things get a little cool. Actually, I just used it the other morning, it was like 40 degrees. This is the most important thing for me, is it came with the keyless access and push start. The push start I don't care about, but the keyless access was really important because I do have a daughter, and when I'm carrying all her crap in my hand, it's nice to be able to just not have to worry about the keys, just grab the door, open it, throw her in, and sometimes she can open it as well while I'm holding all the stuff. So for me, that was very important. Actually, it was the most important thing out of the rest of these features. Things like the LED fog lights, you actually do get them on here, which is very nice. Dual zone automatic climate control because you have the bigger infotainment system. Some of the buttons are changed up, so you get that. That's nice if you have a wife or spouse who always is the opposite temperature than you are, which I do, and that is actually a nice feature. So the premium is coming in at $33,105, not bad. Now we're moving up to the limited. This is where things get, the price jumps up a little bit, because here you get the ultra suede interior, which is very nice, very comfortable. 10-way adjustable power driver seat with lumbar support. That is a big one. You still get the 11-point-inch multimedia, but this actually now comes with navigation. Now, I have navigation in my wife's car. I don't know how much that is worth it, considering most people use like their phones. And I feel like Google Maps and Apple Maps is usually sometimes better and more updated than in-car navigations, something that you guys are gonna have to think about. It does come standard with the Harman Kardon premium system, LED responsive headlights, which is actually really cool because my wife's Volvo has them, and the power moonroof. Now, the Harman Kardon system and the power moonroof are actually an option for the premium, but it is not an option for the base. Something to think about if you want a moonroof. Now, these things do up the weight of the car. Something to think about. Now, the GT is the most expensive one, which every time I look at this number, I am amazed that there is a WRX that costs almost $44,000, which is, I think, right on par with the price of a Golf R base. It's just, it still blows my mind that this exists. Now, this one is a little bit of an anomaly because this is the only one of the four trims that it does not come in a manual. It only comes in the Subaru Performance transmission, or like the SPT they call it. It's a CVT, but it's tuned, whatever you want to call it. I still have not gotten a chance to drive one. I did race one with a stock WRX 6-speed, and I gotta say, I was very surprised at how slow it wasn't. So I'm gonna be doing that video soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you can catch that. Now it comes with the Recaro seats. People swear by these seats. They think they're really great. Everybody wants them, but only the GT comes with them. You do get the electronic adjustable dampers, which is an issue if you are going to put coilovers on this car, because you will not be able to do that on the GT. You'll be able to put lowering springs, but if you remove the coilovers, you lose the automatic dampening adjustment. It does have the driver select mode because it does have an automatic, so you can go like S Sharp, Sport, Comfort, all that stuff. It does come standard with the EyeSight suite, which is, I believe that actually now comes standard with all automatics. So you have the automatic braking, the adaptive cruise control for people if you're going to be using this for long distance driving. It's a good feature to have. And also like the reverse automatic braking, all that is built into the EyeSight system. So that's their safety system. Now, all of this is great, right? You know, you have a lot of options, and these are your trims. Now, if somebody asked me today, what is the best bang for buck? You have, a limited amount of money. What is the thing that you would get? I would say go with the premium, right? If you want the fancy things like the LED lights that turn, that's like the only thing that I really feel like is probably worth the money. But the rest of the stuff, it's a nice to have. But something with the premium, the better tires, the bigger wheels, just because they look a little bit better. The LED fog lights is a useful, functional thing. The keyless entry, functional. The all-weather package, functional. Whereas stuff in the limited, and even the GT for, some of these things outside of the EyeSight system, is probably more of a feel thing and not something that is a practical, functional thing. Now, of course, the GT comes with pretty much everything that the Limited does. The Limited comes with everything that the Premium does. So if you get the Limited, you're going to get all those features as well, like the keyless entry, LED fog lights. But it's just something to think about because, the jump in price, the difference between the base and the GT, we're talking now almost $14,000, right? And the base, you can get, even today, probably some 22 premiums out there that you could probably get them from under MSRP, right? These are all MSRPs for my zip code. That's another thing to keep in mind. Now, there are a couple of things that I wanted to point out, which I thought was really interesting. Like if you decide to build a base at 3,605 and you get an automatic, the automatic on the base is 1,850. Okay. Now, if you build it on a premium, for whatever reason, the automatic is now 2,050. It's the same transmission. I don't know why that is. But then if you build it on a limited, it's 2,250. Like, somebody's going to have to explain that math to me, because I don't understand why each transmission is a little bit more expensive. It's like about $200 more expensive depending on trim. That is, I don't understand that. Now, the base obviously does not come with a Harman Kardon and the sunroof as an option at all. The only one that comes with that as an option is the premium, which it is about $1,875, I think. Yes, so here we go. So the optional packages, you do get the Harman Kardon system, the moonroof. It's $1,875 for that. That's the only one that comes with that as a trim or as a package, whereas the limited obviously does come with it already, and the GT does as well. Now, there are a few tiny little details that you might be interested in when it comes to comparing all four of the cars themselves. So the ones that I want to point out specifically, let me get down to it. It's more for convenience sake. It is, like the doors. You have auto up and down driver's side for the base. And then for all of the other trims, you have auto up and down windows for all four doors. So if that's something that's important to you, I never even really thought about that when I was getting the car. That's just how it was. All of them come with auto on-off headlights, which is really nice. This is the power door stuff right here. Now, this was something that I never used until very recently. The base does not come with dual rear USB charge ports. Now, the average age of a WRX owner is about mid-30s, and there's a good chance you might have a dog or a kid, maybe. And I never really thought about this until one day I had to charge my daughter's tablet, and it was really nice to have an actual USB port in the back there. Something to think about. Oh, another thing, rear armrest in the back. So like the back seat does have an armrest with dual cup holders. We actually don't get that on the base. Sun visor with dual illuminated vanity mirrors. You don't get that on the base. I think it's actually just, I don't even know if you get, I should go sit inside a base one day, because I don't know how much of that actually comes with it. So that's it doesn't come with. So it's like, it's little things like that, which they're not, you wouldn't say like they're not useful. They are useful, but they seem like more convenience features. Something else that I did not know about, and I found this out recently, is the blind lane spotting detection doesn't come on the premium nor the base, but I found out it actually comes standard on the limited, even without the eyesight system. Even a manual will actually have it. And this is the little light that pops up on your side mirror to let you know there's somebody to your left and right, which is, you know, it is a very useful feature. I think it's a useful feature. The Starlink safety and security system that you can like get the app and be able to connect to your car and lock and unlock and all that stuff. That also doesn't come with a base. That comes with premium, limited, and GT only. Something to think about. I actually do have it on my car. I kind of like it because I can see the mileage if I ever need to see it for some reason. I can always lock and unlock the car, which is useful. And of course, if somebody steals it, it's connected, you know. And it does have like the little SOS button, kind of like that OnStar that some of the American cars came with. So it does have that system built in there. So like if for some reason I flip the car and I don't know what the hell's going on, I can just push that button and somebody can save me wherever the hell I am. So so that's pretty much it. This is, in a nutshell, not a whole lot of changes have happened between the 21 and the 22 in terms of the features that are offered. I feel like the base, premium, and limited in the 21 and the VAWX offered the same features. The GT, again, of course, being an anomaly, I say this with as much respect as I can, the GT taking the place of the STI price-wise, not performance-wise. Because if you remember, the STI did start at 37, and I believe the limited STI was 42 or 44, somewhere around there. So the GT price-wise is kind of up there. And it's going to come down to you. What are you trying to do with the car? If you are a family person and just a weekend warrior, I would say get a premium. It's very nice. If you have slightly older kids who won't mess up your interior, go for a limited. It is a very nice, comfortable, and premium feeling car on the inside compared to a base. Now, I will say the cloth seats on the premium and the base are not terrible. Long trips. Recently, I did take a trip down to Florida, drove about over 2,200 miles, and it wasn't the most comfortable, right? I'm gonna say that. It wasn't the most comfortable seat for long distance. I'd say 2-3 hours, no problem. 7 hours straight like I did, not so great. Things like wheels and tires, if you're already gonna replace them, maybe not worth getting a premium, you know? Just put some snow tires on your 17s and upgrade all that stuff. You know, same thing with suspension. If you're gonna change all that stuff, you know, a GT may not be for you because it's gonna be more difficult for you to change that. If you want the headlights, here's something on the limited, the lights, the little C light that you used to have, it actually does light up a bit more on the side, whereas on the premium doesn't light on the inside. It lights just over here, and it has like a little bulb on the very end of the C light. So something to think about when you're out there. Have your dealer, you know, if you're out there shopping, have your dealer turn on both lights if you can put them side by side. And it is a visual thing that some people do like. But other than that, the great thing is the three trims that are not GT all perform exactly the same. And, you know, you really can't go wrong. All of them tune really well. And I look forward to seeing more and more people come on and purchasing this car. I hope that this video was informative. I hope that this helps you make your decision. And if you have any more questions, please make sure, drop them in the comments because I try my very hardest to answer all of them. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Before you go, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button costs you guys nothing, and it gains me everything. I try to provide as much entertainment and information as possible, whether you're looking at my racing series, Vehicular Acceleration Testing, or you're looking at Tuner Talk, which is actually a great series for newcomers and veterans. My only goal is to try to make the VB community better, and I can't do that without your help. Thank you.